in this psalm that really stand out to me. Are you guys listening? Yes? If you're taking notes, write these things down. The first question I had was, what did it look like for David to be trained for this warfare that he describes? What did it look like? He trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. This is what he says, verse 9. Look, hang on. I'm going to go back just a little bit. The people that are after him, their mouths are full of lies, and their hands are deceitful. But he says in verse 9, I will sing a new song to you, my God. On the 10-string lyre, I will make music to you. That's his part. That's his part. Hear me. Worship was David's part in this war. Worship. You know, I fought a battle right before you guys came in, and we were, well, not all of you, some of you were here. It seemed like we're finished practicing, and I'm up here playing my 10-string lyre. And so this week we had a little bit of a health concern for myself this week. I didn't feel very good. How many of you guys, this stuff's been going around, Some of you might not even feel great today, but we have faith. And so I didn't feel very good. And in our household, when I don't feel very good and I have certain symptoms and I cough a certain way and my energy's at a certain space, it takes us back to 2020 when I was very sick. When my wife was contending for me with literally in the living room with boxing gloves on, contending for my life. And it was scary. It was very scary. And so this week I wasn't feeling so hot, and it just hit me really hard. And it was like God ordained that my schedule was empty on Thursday, so I could just do nothing but rest. And so I rest on Thursday, and Friday I rest as much as I can. I was able to do a few things and slowly recovering. But I remember having this conversation with my wife that we both were going back to 2020 for a minute. We were remembering when it was scary. Because you understand, we're not all past that thing, right? We're not all past it. It's left wounds and scars on those of us who have been impacted by it. And so we went back to that place, and then I got the set list on Thursday. I was feeling horrible, and I was like, okay, I'm going to play keys. But really, I was thinking, I don't even know if I'm going to be here on Sunday. And I was like, Lord, I'm going to be there Sunday. And so I leaned into the Lord, and I said, God, I need some rest. I need supernatural rest. I need to get better. People praying for me. I don't know if April did you put that in she didn't even put it in the prayer thing. Whatever. All you other wives, when your husband's not well, I know you're like, please pray for my husband. He's not well on that first thing. And I love you. Anyway, anyways, we get up here, we're worshiping, and there's just still a lot of ugh, right? And then the Lord dropped a song in my spirit, and he said, sing this prophetically. And I first called him Jehovah Rapha in my spirit. This happened about an hour ago. I called him Jehovah Rapha. I said, you are Jehovah Rapha. You are my healer. And then I'm telling you, this is an hour ago. And then I started playing on the keyboard, and I just sung out and I didn't sing it out timidly. I took a big breath, which normally would make me cough. I took a big breath and I pushed out these words. I think maybe in good pitch, which, if you ever try to sing when you're not well, right? I pushed out these words and I just said, you are my oxygen. It's you I breathe in. So come and fill my lungs and give me life again. I sung that over myself. Some of you guys, you didn't even know what that was about, but what that was about was my healing. An hour ago, it was about my healing. God, I'm going to make a declaration right now. This is warfare. You're my oxygen. Why? Because the scary thing in 2020 was when my oxygen got low. And so I said, no, you are my oxygen. When I breathe, that's you. I'm taking you in, Jehovah Rapha. So fill my lungs and give me life. People, I don't think that you understand that there is a healing work that the Lord did in me in that time of warfare this morning. Because when the worship team practice was done, I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to preach. I don't know how much voice I have left. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. How many of you have been there? And it's in that declaration, you are what I need. You're my healing. You're my victory. I'm doing this for you. And since I'm doing this for you, I'm going to need you to sustain me, to heal me, to complete me, to put me back together. I want to ask the question again. How many of us see ourselves as warriors? And how many of us understand what our training is? Believe it or not, I believe, this is my thoughts, because I love you guys. I think Riverside is probably like the best boot camp you can go to. There is more training for warfare here